All right, so today we're going to talk about America's team, the Indiana Hoosiers. The 8-0 Indiana Hoosiers. The 13th ranked Indiana Hoosiers. Yes, I said it. They are ranked 13th in the nation in football. Indiana has easily become one of the most lovable teams in college football, and there's a reason why so many people embrace this team. They're the ultimate underdog story, a true rags to riches story, and as a college football fan overall, you've got to appreciate it. But I want to go into depth a little bit about how Indiana has risen to this point of being 8-0, being undefeated, going into the month of November. There's a very realistic chance that Indiana plays Ohio State as an undefeated team in late November. That's mind-blowing. I'm going to unpack how Indiana got here in this video. Now, mind you, most experts out there picked Indiana to finish 17th in the Big Ten. There's 18 teams in the Big Ten. This was a very doubted team. That was their preseason prediction. First and foremost, how did Indiana get to where they are? They made the right hire at head coach. Curt Cignetti embodies the spirits of Indiana. You look at him and you're like, that's an Indiana head coach right there. Any great head coach team pairing, they embody the spirits of the fan base, the institution, the city. It's like they're one with it. You saw that with Nick Saban at Alabama. You're seeing that with Kirby Smart at Georgia. You see that with Dan Campbell in Detroit, Andy Reid in Kansas City. They're just like one with the city, like Bill Cowher in Pittsburgh. Just the perfect embodiment of the city, of the fan base, the institution, the organization. Curt Cignetti is that in Indiana. And they also made the right hire in him because he's a guy who wins. He said it. Google me. He transforms James Madison into an absolute powerhouse to the level that the NCAA had no choice but to let them into a bowl game last year because they're undefeated. Like what are you supposed to do? The team's dominant. You can't keep out of a bowl game. He turned JMU into an absolute powerhouse, and he's doing the same with Indiana right now. When it comes to great head coaches, it's all about perspective because there is a sizable difference between how us consumers view a team and fans view a team, people in the media view a team, and the head coach, people within the organization, people in the building view a team. We can look at Indiana and say, yeah, that team's going to finish second to last in the Big Ten. They're terrible. The roster's awful. They got some transfers. How much of an impact are they going to make? They're going to lose to this team, that team, that team. This is a tough stretch. Yeah, I see them going about 3-9. Whereas someone like Curt Cignetti or someone in player personnel, an assistant head coach, strength and conditioning coach, their only focus is the guys in that locker room, the organization, making it the best it possibly can be. For any program out there, the goal is conference championship, playoff appearance. You block out that external noise. It's what all great head coaches do. You block out that external noise and you channel in your vision. That's what Curt Cignetti has done here. That's why Indiana is as good as they are, because although we perceive them to be the second to worst team in the Big Ten, he never did. And he never wavered in his belief. We viewed Indiana as a rebuild. Curt Cignetti viewed Indiana as an instant winner. He instilled that belief in his team. That's why they're 8-0, and I think they're going to continue to win. He's also great at branding. The guy is very quick on his feet. I mean, the just having the audacity to talk to your fan base for the first time ever in an Indiana basketball game and just say, yeah, Purdue sucks. And by the way, I'll talk to you about Michigan and Ohio State too. They both suck, and they don't want to see us next year. I mean, that's some balls right there. Curt Cignetti's got it. I appreciate it. And, of course, the Google me line. If you haven't heard of me, Google me. I did. I found a lot about Mr. Curt Cignetti. Very, very impressive individual. Amazing head coach. Sells the program very well. Very connected to the fan base. He emails students in the fan base, come to this game. We need you here. It's all about, I think that a lot of coaches, when they get to a certain level, a disconnect starts to form between them and the fan base. If you want to be a successful head coach, you have to have a very strong connection with your fan base. That happens to a lot of coaches before they get fired. Their relationship between them and the fan base gets rocky, and then you end up just getting dropped. You got to maintain that coach-fan relationship. Curt Cignetti is fantastic at that. You need fan support. You need them to show up at games. You need them to back you. It's all one well-oiled machine. Cignetti understands that, and that's what Indiana is becoming, a well-oiled machine. Indiana was also very aggressive in the transfer portal. They brought in quarterback Curtis Rourke, the Canadian himself. They were running back Justice Ellison, wide receiver Elijah Surratt, and linebacker Aiden Fisher. All guys that have had a massive impact this year. They had a real haul. If you want to give a team a facelift, in this day and age, you have to be aggressive with the transfer portal, but you have to be intentional in the transfer portal. Don't just get names, get guys that are going to blend into the culture. All those guys have been that. Cignetti, he has been just relentless about constructing this roster and making it guys that are going to fit this culture, fit the brand of Hoosier football that he wants to curate. I just caps off that. The results have shown. I just want to tell a few of these to you here. Indiana is third in the nation with 42.1 points per game. Indiana, 42 points per game. 6 touchdowns. That's nuts. And they're 14th in the nation in yards per game with 457.1. This is a legit team. This is a juggernaut, and I think that when they go to Columbus, they're going to give Ohio State a ride. Not going to say they're going to beat them, but I think they're going to give them a ride. They could pull off the insane. This is 2024, but I think they're going to at least give them a run. And the schedule the rest of the season, it's manageable. Even if they drop that Ohio State game, I think they can still muster up enough to be 11-1, maybe even see them again in the Big Ten championship. I mean, who knows? They have Michigan State left. That's very winnable. Michigan, Indiana will definitely be favored in that game. Ohio State, of course, and Purdue. 3 of those 4 games, I expect Indiana to win. And I expect an 11-1 record. That's become the expectation. When you start to build your brand, become more reputable, become a better team, the expectation rises. That's what I expect. I have loved what I have seen out of Indiana this year. They're America's team. People are getting behind them. They're a fun team to watch because historically Indiana's been a basketball school. You don't expect this kind of excellence out of Indiana in football. You saw glimmers of it in 2020. This is the first time we've really seen it take shape in a full, complete season. And so I'm here for it. America's here for it. And I can't wait to see what the Hoosiers do for the remainder of the season. I'm here for it. Have a great day. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate you and the time that you took out of your day to watch the video. And if you enjoyed it, please be sure to like the video and share it, as well as subscribe to The Era. The more likes and subscribers I get on this channel, the more resources I can attain, and the more resources I can attain, the more value I can provide to you, the viewer. And that is how I show my appreciation for you for the time that you devote to watching my videos. So thank you so much, and have a great day.